San Antonio businesses will not have to start new paid sick leave policies on December 1st.
Today, a judge put a hold on the ordinance council passed this year so the court can review it more deeply.
Eyewitness News reporter Erica Zucco shares what that means and what's next.
What do we want?
Celebrations outside City Hall marked the passage of a new sick and safe leave ordinance in October. It would have required businesses to offer paid time off for employees to address illness, sick children, or family violence.
December 1, that's when our families will earn paid sick days.
But business groups arguing the mandate was illegal sued to stop it, and today a judge granted an injunction. That means the policy's on pause pending more court proceedings. Groups that filed the lawsuit say they're pleased with the judge's decision.
They're able to focus on serving their customers instead of shouldering the burden of an unconstitutional ordinance.
The city says it's weighing legal options, including an appeal. The mayor standing behind the ordinance.
This is about making sure that the most vulnerable members of our San Antonio community, working families of San Antonio that are doing jobs, can do so and continue to keep their jobs if their kids have to go to the doctor or there's a domestic abuse situation at home. This is basic health and safety protections that should be afforded every San Antonio working family. That's what we're defending.
Other city leaders are taking action today, too. Councilwoman Anna Sandoval proposing a policy providing paid sick time to city part-time workers and contractors. And Councilman Manny Pelaez asking the city to stop spending time and money litigating this ordinance. We have more reactions on KENS5.com. Erica Zucco, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.